Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So, who remembers this? This is the Tim Holtz altered file folder journal that I started on video with you all. I thought I would come on and just do one last video to finish it off, and yeah, and then we'll be able to do the flip through. Okay, so what I'd like to do is a few things today, but what I'd like to start with, hopefully you can see that, is work on the back of this envelope. So if you remember from part 2, I know it was a while ago, I wanted to go off and do another matting, which I think I want this way. And yeah, we're going to stick this down, but I want to keep this open as a pocket, so I'm only going to add glue on this front part of the envelope, not in the inside, because I don't want to lose my pocket. Right, I'm just going to move a couple of bits out of the way because I keep forgetting how big file folders are when you actually open them all the way. Right then, so let's get this stuck down. I was going to do this off screen, but then I thought it might actually be useful to some of you to see this, because what we want to do is run a fine bead of glue, hopefully I can get my glues to play ball today, along the inside here, and then I want to go, without getting my sleeves in it, all the way around the outside. I think I picked the wrong top to do this in. My sleeves seem to want to get in everything today. See how we go. Take that down there. I'm sure you'll do it a lot neater than me. And then I'm going to just fill in with the Kalal. As I say, I just don't want glue. I want glue everywhere but inside, but not inside the envelope. That's it. Now I have filled up my glues today, which is why I'm also being quite tentative, because I don't want to get things absolutely everywhere. I also don't want to stick either my elbows or the front of the journal into the glue. Okay, just check in where I've got that. As always, I'll probably need to go in with some more glue, especially as I've sewn around these mats that I've done, just for looks, not for any other reason than just the look. I like the look, the sewn look. But yeah, I'll definitely need to get in with some more glue, but I can do that after. I just wanted you to see, for those of you who've not seen this type of thing before, how you can keep envelopes as pockets. So now what we'll get is our nice big pocket all the way in there. Can still be used for a big journal card. That is the plan anyway. That's it. Okay, so as I say, I probably need to get more glue in there, but I can do that. I can do that later. It's not important at this point. Now, if you'll remember, again from part 2, we made these little corner pocket things, which I thought would be a really cool look to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get those stuck down now as well. So for these, I'm just going to stick them, on 2 sides. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had this this out in front of me, this folio. It's been a while because I actually just needed to sew around this matting, and oh my goodness me, I had to buy thread first of all because I didn't realise that I'd run low, and then my sewing machine just for ages did not like me. I really need to get it, you know, cleaned and serviced and everything. I'm inherently lazy, so I've not you know, looked into where I can take it or how I can do it myself at home. Like I've not done the research, sorry, but I know that I need to. I really should, but you know, it's life, isn't it? So busy. Anyway, so yeah, but we should be able to get a bunch of things done today and finished. So as always, not a tutorial, very much a craft with me. I'm just showing you how I'm going about doing things. Okay, so that's my pockets. I'm only going to decorate them minimally because I really like the text on the Tim Holtz paper. Now, because I haven't added gussets to these, and I've made them quite large on the page, that was intentional because I just really wanted to get the bulk of that paper in. This journal card that I was going to use is too big to fit in there. It looks like it would fit, but because these are not gusseted, it's quite difficult to slide it in top and bottom. So I'm going to use that in this pocket instead, I think, and I'm going to use this as a separate lower pocket and upper pocket, just for, you know, tickets and papers and interesting things. Because the story behind this journal, really, I don't know if I've actually said, or I don't know if I I knew in the beginning, but it's basically a like a botanical researcher's notebook, lap book, folio thing, where they would have, you know, their documents and their specimens and their notes about different things, it all in one place. That's kind of the thought behind what this whole thing is. Okay, so that is my last pockets. I've got all my pockets in. I want to also come back to the insert because I made this little scrappy removable notepad. So I'll just show you what it is. As I just did this quickly on the sewing machine yesterday. It's just 4 sheets of actually end pages from books, the blank, you know, those blank pages they put at the beginning and end of the first and end chapters. Sometimes you just have random bits of note paper. I use those, I take them, I have a whole folder full of them because they make good writing paper and they're already vintage feel to them and vintage look. So yeah, that's what that is. And then I've just sewn it onto one of my Tim Holtz scraps from the project. Again, because you can do more notes here and also on the back. So that's what I chose, and I want to have this on the insert that we're going to put inside. So I then got a strip of my offcuts, and I'm just slipping that in the back behind the note paper here. And then all I've done is just bent the ends around like so, so I can see how wide I want this strip of paper to be. Now I can see that it's too wide, so I just need to cut some bits off. So I'm going to cut it along this line. I think it will be just fine. And I'm going to use this line as a little guide. There we go, I don't need those. That's too small for me to punch a circle out of, so I will get rid of it. And then I just want to quickly ink this. So yeah, basically this is a belly band, so that we can slip the notepad in and out of the belly band. So we can replace the papers when we need to, and you know, it makes it easier for writing on if you're able to slip it in and out. I've done these before, lots of people have. It's not a new, not something new that I've come up with, but I do like the idea. Just give that a bit more of a grunging up. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to slip it back in because that will help me know where to put the skinny notepad. Because the thing with this type of pad, you want to be careful that you don't end up putting the belly band part so high that your notepad like sticks out of your folio up here. Like it's surprising how easy it is to do. I've done it a lot of times. So now I slip it inside the notepad where I want the belly band to be, basically, and then I can use that as my guide. Just checking it's straight-ish, and then I think I want this. I think I want it about there, a bit higher maybe. That's it. And then I'm just going to slip the notepad out just for a moment, so I can just make sure this is nicely stuck down. That's it. I don't know whether I'm going to decorate that or not. I'm thinking it might be cool to have a little label there or a word or something, so when you take the notepad out, it like reveals something sciencey. You know, just a little secret for those using the journal, the folio. I'm hoping that I've got enough room. I maybe should have left a little bit more room, but it does slip in and out, so that's the main thing, isn't it? There we go, removable notepad done. Yeah, I might put a little stamp or sticker or something down here, but I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that's another step done. I know I'm bouncing around, but it's just, I have a list of stuff that I want to get done today. And, you know, because it's, you know, it's always the final steps of a project, isn't it? It's like, it's the final countdown, as they say. Okay, right, front cover next. So I've already stuck the back panel on. So this is what I chose. And then I've got this one for my front. But I would like to have a book plate. Somewhere there, because I'm thinking my closure is going to tie around the front on my side. So I need some brads and my awl. Okay, found some brads. So I'm just going to bring it to me so that I can see where I want it. So I want it kind of in the middle-ish. And then I'm just going to pull it this way to the right a little bit, because I'm going to have some crochet or lace along the spine. And I'm thinking it won't look in the middle if I don't move the book plate over. So I'm only putting it through the front panel. Because I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. You could go through the entire file folder with your brads if you wanted. The only thing is you'd have to bear that in mind before gluing this part closed, like we did in part 2, I think it was. Nothing wrong with that, of course. It's, you know, how you want to do it, but watch your fingers. There we go. Oh, these brads are so small, I'm all fumbly. That's it. Okay. And then I just want to just squeeze those down a bit so they're nice and firm. And then I'm just going to grab some of that tape that we were using on the inside of the journal. Don't think it's necessary, but at least then I know those brads are not going anywhere. They are definitely not going anywhere. Okay, and then it's just a case of us gluing that, checking it's straight. Yep, lovely. Gluing that onto the front, which I'll do now. I'll probably just do that off screen because it was just going to be me fighting with this Collal and my art glitter glue, like the envelope. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. I'm still trying to work out what to do with this tab at the top. I thought it might be fun to stamp some numbers on it, stamp some numbers along it, like you know, like a sciencey type number. So I might do that. But I want to wait until I know what I'm putting inside the book plate, because if that ends up being a number, then obviously it'll be number overload. But I think that's what I'm leaning towards, is to do that. So I think I'm in a position where I can get this glued down. So I'll just be a moment. I'm probably also going to get the crochet done along the spine potentially as well. But I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I've got the front panel all glued down, and now I want to add my closure. So I've got this blush ribbon and I've just caught it with some glue just at the front here, along the spine and at the back, just to keep that in place basically. And I'm going to have my lace or crochet along the spine like so, and that's just going to trap that ribbon underneath it like that. I think that's the look that I'm going for. So it's just a case of me gluing this crochet into place now, just along my spine, and then it sort of wraps, you know, it wraps around the front and back. So I'm going to get that glued on. And then the final part for us to do today, from what I think, is to sort out the eyelets and elastic for our removable insert. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so the next part of the process is to make this insert a removable insert. So I'm going to use elastics and eyelets like you've seen me do a few times. So I'm just making sure that this is in the middle of the height-wise, middle-ish anyway. And then I'm just going to make a mark above and below the insert. Okay, and then I also want to just double check that those are going to be in line with each other. So I'm just using my ruler to give me a straight line, and then I think, oh, I broke my pencil, I just want the top one to come over a little bit. So I think that should be about right. As with all these things, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then carefully I want to come in and just make my hole. Now I'm going to have to bring the folio towards me. Just so that I can see what I'm doing. And the only thing that I will say with this is you need to make sure that there's enough space for your eyelet, that you're not going to make the top or bottom of your spine weak. So yeah, just make sure there's enough clearance for your eyelet and the edge of what you're doing as well. Show you what I mean in a second. I've just, as I say, I just need to bring it to me because I need to take it off the desk. Normally I do this part off screen, but I had a comment once that she would have liked to have seen this part. You know, so what you can see there, if I bring it up, can you see there's enough clearance for the eyelet, but also my hole isn't right at the very top or at the very bottom. You know, there's enough space in there to not make things weak. Okay, and then now I just need to close my eyelet, which again I'm just going to do it off of the desk because it's just easier for me to get to it. Note to self, empty the folio before you do this part of the process because it will be a lot easier and a lot less messy. But not to worry. All right, I think we're in. As per usual, I really don't think they're in a straight line, but I never get them in a straight line. No matter my best efforts, I measure and everything. You know I didn't measure properly then, but even when I do measure, I don't get it in the right place. So I'm at a point now where I don't faff with it too much, and I can always tidy things up a little bit later. But yeah, you know, my point is that don't let perfection stop you from actually doing stuff. Because perfection can be a horrible beast that doesn't leave you alone. Okay, right, hopefully losing space on my desk again. Okay, so from here I want to come in from one of the holes from the outside in, and I'm going to do the other side as well. So again, start on the outside, come into the middle, and then I'm just going to tie it loosely to start with, because obviously I don't know at this point how heavy the insert is, and I can, you know, tighten things up as I need to later on and stuff. It's best to be too loose at this point than too tight, and then you can't undo it. Okay, and then that's just gonna slip in there. Again, note to self, empty the folio before you try this part. Be a lot easier. But yeah, that's got plenty of room in there. Yeah, I'm just checking it's not gonna flop around too much. Yeah, lovely. I just need to tidy up my elastics a little bit, but that's just literally just to show you the process. And that was the last job for me to do on video, because all that's left for me now is make sure all the pockets are filled, and I have, you know, the ephemera already made and stuff like that already, so that's, you know, one less thing I need to do. But that's where you can see the elastic. You see the elastic along the spine there, but I quite like the look of it. I think it looks kind of cool. And then, as I say, this whole middle part is removable. You could even actually have some pages in there if you wanted. Anyway, back to the point of what I was trying to say. Yeah, the only last things is just to fill the pockets, which most of them are already filled now. I just need to finish off a few things. I might do a little bit of decoration, like this probably wants, you know, a label on it, maybe a butterfly or something on these pockets, but most things are done, so I'm not going to do another video on it. I will get this finished off screen now. And then, yeah, I need to get the, oh, I've already done it. Well, I don't know when I did that. Isn't that funny? I was about to say I need to get the notebook done, but I've already done that as well. I just want to put some crochet along the spine. I'm crafting in my sleep, I must be. Anyway, so thank you so much for joining me. If you've watched all of the parts of this folio, then thank you. I hope that it's been useful or inspiring, or you've just enjoyed watching. You know, one of the three, hopefully. And yeah, I'll be back soon with a full flip through of this one. Obviously you've seen a lot of it, but you know, I'll show you all the ephemera and everything. And yeah, that's a great bit of progress done today. So as I say, I'll just do some finishing off, and I'll be back soon with a flip through. So thank you so much for joining me, whether you've just caught this video or you've caught all three parts of it. I'm gonna faff with my closure again. Then yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've gotten something out of it. So thank you so much, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now.